Hello, my Cancerian friends. If your sun, moon, or rising falls into the sign of Cancer, then this is your reading. So, we're going to take a look at your week ahead, see what energies you can expect, and we're even going to get into some shadow elements. So, maybe there's something that's been lingering in your energy that we can take a look at, and you can get a tackle on it early on before it prevents you from moving forward in anything. So, I went ahead and pulled a few cards. We'll get into the tarot later on in your spread, but let's take a look at what we have. So the first card that came out here is the Animal Kingdom. Now, what I love about this deck is that it asks you to go ahead and look at the imagery on the card, make your own interpretations. Is there anything that sticks out at you? Like if maybe one of those animals is more prominent than the others. We have a moon in the background, there's some water, perhaps a forest. I see some crystals down here in the corner. So it looks like we have an owl, an eagle, a buck, a bear, and a wolf. So maybe one of those animals or all of those animals have been speaking to you lately. They may be some sort of messengers for you. So let's read from the book on this one. So this is Keep It Simple and Stay Focused. Listen to your instincts. When we witness the wonder of the animal kingdom, we become still and present with the natural cycle of life. Animals are loving, brave, and fierce, and live by their instincts. Animals have their own medicine and share its properties with us when we connect to them in spirit. All animals in their natural state are happy and driven with purpose. Animals are great teachers. They love unconditionally and work together to provide their pack or family with security, safety, food, and shelter. Only taking what they need to survive, animals live in harmony with nature and maintain a balanced environment without human interference. They know when to rest, hunt, and move in perfect order. Right now, the animal kingdom is encouraging you to follow your own path. Living in the present gives us more time during our day because we are not consumed by fears of the future or the past, resetting you to your natural state of being. Spending time with animals will ground your energy into the present. Getting back to your primal instincts encourages confidence and surety with others as you know where you stand as an individual. Simplicity is called for now. Take a step away from material endeavors. Go back to basics and bare essentials for clarity and peace of mind. Rest. The animals ask you to stay focused and balanced. Spend time in nature and connect to the animals around you. Stop and listen to their chatter, music, song, and dance. They will share messages of healing and wisdom whenever you choose to listen. Connect to your power animal for guidance. It has messages for you now. Focus on the card. Which animal are you drawn to? This will identify the medicine of the animal kingdom that you need right now. So each animal has its own little meaning. So if you were drawn to the bear, hibernation, strength, and confidence, and challenges ahead. If you were drawn to the wolf, this is seeing the truth, be cautious, and follow your intuition. If you were drawn to the owl, higher wisdom, observation, dreaming, and transition. If you were drawn to the deer, family, gentleness, unconditional love, and speed. And if you are drawn to the eagle, this is perspective, call to source, and patience. All right. So, beautiful energy here. You may be called out into nature. Maybe you're called to go for a walk. You might be called to go camping. Just finding some way to connect to nature at this time and in this upcoming week. This will draw you closer to conclusions that feel just out of reach. This will strengthen your intuition and get you closer to the vibration of the earth at this time. All right, so let's look at some more cards to go with your spread today. We have full circle completion. You have chosen to learn from your mistakes and move forward, closing out the cycle. Every layer of yourself you acknowledge is a layer that served its purpose. You are now feeling your power by seeing your inner strength and determination pay off. Be proud of this moment and let it carry you forward. So does it feel like you just completed something? Because Spirit is saying that you have. And this might be where you're being left with some sort of confusion as to what the next step needs to be. And that's perfectly normal, because in all honesty, we hang out in this very dark void space, but it's fertile growth space. So what does that mean? That means some part of you has just completed. You may have experienced an ego death. There may have just been sort of like a phoenix rising type of scenario that occurred in your life, and you haven't quite done the risen part as of yet. So there's fertile ground here for growth to occur, meaning you've just completed something and now it's time to start a new cycle and for something new to grow from this. And then we have intense feelings. Your emotions are stronger than usual right now. Are you experiencing a wave of emotional intensity? Allow yourself to feel and express these emotions. Releasing them will bring you peace. Okay, all right. Cancer with intense emotions? What? So let come forward whatever wants to come forward right now, because it's valid. Whatever the emotion is, it's valid. And that's really all you're being called to do at this time, is to feel your feelings, right? It's part of who you are, whether these are joyous feelings, whether these are sad feelings, angry, loving feelings. Like there's, a huge spectrum of emotions that could be arising within you right now. And you're just being called to sit with it, to allow it, and then let it go. Because it's part of you closing out some sort of chapter in your life, okay? So if, again, something did just exit your life, you may be sad about it, and that's okay. But you now have this fertile ground for new things to grow. Then we also have inner cosmos. To embrace the light, first acknowledge the dark. This is trauma, seeing, and go deeper. All right, so there may have been something involved that was trauma related, and maybe you were called to go back and feel the feelings of that trauma, which would absolutely bring up some intense feelings. That's one of the hardest things about doing shadow work or inner child trauma healing, is we do have to go back. I call it to like the scene of the crime and re-experience that again. And that can be very intense, and that could likely be why it was buried down in the first place. It was too intense to feel at that time, in that moment, whenever that was. And this may be coming back up for you so that it can leave and exit your life at this time. All right, so let's look at your angel number. We have 2266. This is unexpected surprise. This is improvement, perfection, and abundance. There will be new purchases or additions coming to you. Now, I love this because, again, you are leaving something in the past and something new is taking its place, and it's something better than what you could possibly imagine. So it feels like if you are not going through this now, then you are about to. And so now you know what to expect with this energy, okay? It may come up, it may be intense. Just face it, relive it. It's only gonna last a short amount of time. And then once you decide that it's not your burden to carry anymore, you're gonna heal from this and you're gonna let it go. And new things are gonna take its place. All right, let's see what else we have here. So this is your Archangel Michael advice. We have open up to your spiritual gifts. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. All right. Now, I'm going to pull some tarot before we go any further. So, Spirit, tell me more about this full circle completion and these intense feelings that are coming up right now for my Cancer friends. What do we have going on here? Okay, this one and this one. All right, so we have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. So there is some sort of renewal of love here, and it honestly feels like self-love. Like something's happened here where you're getting a renewal in love and you're realizing your value, your self-worth, and you're not accepting anything less than that from anybody else. And I love that. Because again, these intense feelings in this, past trauma may have actually led you to accept less than you deserved. Okay, breadcrumbs is what's coming to me. Now we have the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups. So what are you juggling? You're juggling something that's an illusion. An illusion. And then the Four of Wands. So let me get two more here and see what else we have. Okay. So with the Four of Wands next to the Seven of Cups, it feels like in the past your trauma led you to believe that something was solid and stable when it wasn't. It was an illusion. So I don't know if this is relationship based for you. It feels that way. Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords. All right. So in the past, I'm getting here that you may have accepted less than you deserved, and it forced you to have to juggle something. This almost felt like your personality traits, like I couldn't fully be myself, so I had to juggle my traits. That's an interesting way to put it. Okay. And again, with the Seven of Cups, this can be many masks that you wore as well. Maybe you showed up as different people to different situations because it didn't feel that anyone truly accepted all of you for who you were, your entirety. So that's what this illusion was here. It was this illusion that you had to do this in order to, again, Four of Wands could be marriage. So in order to create something solid, it felt like you had to adapt who you were to this other person if you were in a relationship. But the beautiful thing is here with the Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords, you've healed from something. Again, you have come full circle and completed a cycle. So you're healing from that now, and you now are setting strong boundaries. And I'm getting that it's because you've been hurt too many times, and maybe even self-sacrificed who you were for the sake of, sparing an argument. But there's something within you now that's being renewed, and you are not accepting breadcrumbs anymore. Your boundaries are strong, and you know your worth, you know your value. You're standing up for yourself, and you're no longer willing to put on a mask, per se, to please anybody or to appease anybody. That's the part of you that you just healed or are in the process of healing. All right, let's see what else we have here. So you have a spirit message that says, if you think you are alone, you are not. We are beside you in all challenges that you face. Trust that outside sources will always be working with you to ensure the best outcome in every situation. We have your best interests at heart and we love you. That's what's being matched here. It's basically like, the example they're giving me is a 401k match, like with your employer. You know, you put in $500, they match you, they put in $500. So you're putting in self-love, they're going to match you. They're going to match you with their support and their love. So you're not alone, and you never have been alone. Maybe there was a time when you felt that you were, and again, that was probably likely to this trauma. But there's something that you've recently acknowledged within yourself, within others even, that has led you to believe that not everybody is the way they are for whatever particular reason. So, and that it's not your fault. That's the biggest thing that you acknowledged with this. Like, there's nothing that you did to create the way other people treat you. Okay, if that makes sense. All right, so your affirmation: when I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love nature. I'm going to say that again. Feel free to write that down. When I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love nature. I love that. And there's 2 cardinals on this picture. So it does feel like whatever you've been working on, and there's 2 birds in this picture too. Whatever you've been working on within yourself, you are now attracting in someone who's also going through their own stuff and going to meet you along your path. Okay? I'm getting healing. This is going to be very healing to the both of you. And this is also going to be solid and stable, and it's going to fulfill both of you emotionally. All right. So, my Cancerian friends, this has been your reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, I'd appreciate it if you'd give it a like, share, subscribe. Maybe you know somebody else who could use this message as well, and share it with them. If it didn't resonate with you, that's okay. Go ahead and check out one of your other signs that falls in your sun, moon, or rising. Maybe one of those will resonate with you. But I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you fill your own cup up with love before you fill someone else's. Go within so you never go without. And keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light here to help guide you through the darkness. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.